If there's one person who knows how to ace that glow on the face, it has to be Alia Bhatt. Hi everyone, it's Smitha. Welcome back. To all my non-Indian friends, Alia Bhatt is a very popular Bollywood actress. While she's known for her fabulous acting skills, another thing that stands out about her is the glow that she has on her face every single time. If you're like me and if you've always wondered how she gets that glow, she recently posted a YouTube video. And it's not as hard as you think because it's just a 3-step process, but I'm wondering if it's going to look good on everybody, including myself. So without further delay, let's begin. She starts by prepping her face, and for that I'm going to be using the Rose Water Prep and Refresh Spray. This is a hydrating mist by Milani. This mist is infused with rose water, coconut oil and elderflower, which instantly revitalizes and softens and hydrates the skin, creating a smooth canvas before you apply anything else over it. And then she uses a moisturizer. I'm using something that has a glow, which also primes your face as well as a moisturizer. And this is the Superfood Glow Priming Moisturizer by Elmis. This can be worn without makeup or under makeup, and it can be applied on your body as well. It has a really gorgeous glow. For the first step, she mixes the highlighter with a tinted moisturizer. She used the Rare Beauty highlighter, and I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Illuminizer as well. And this is in the shade Mesmerize, just taking a little bit in the back of my hand. And then I'm going to mix in the Huda Glow Wish in the shade Medium Tan, which is number 6. I'm going to mix this really well so there's no separation in the products. And she almost applied it like a cream on her face with her fingers. And that's exactly what I'll be doing. While this looks absolutely stunning, it's not going to give you full coverage because you're using a tinted moisturizer with a sheer coverage highlighter. So it's going to give you a very skin-like finish while maintaining the glow. So for that extra coverage in areas where it's absolutely needed, she used a concealer. And I'm going to be using my favorite, the Milani concealer in the shade 145, which is a true match to my skin tone. I'm just going to be applying it in areas where I need just a little extra coverage, like under my eyes, around my mouth, around my nostrils, as well as to cover up some of the dark spots and patches. So what we're doing here is we're using a base, which is not full coverage, to even out the skin tone, and where we need that extra coverage is where we are using extra product, and that'll help to maintain that skin-like finish and not make the skin look cakey or patchy. And then she went with a contour, and I'm going to be using Westman Atelier, and this is in the shade Truffle. I'm taking with an angled brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to very lightly use it in areas where I usually contour. While I'm doing this, the concealer is drying down, and when it's a little bit tacky and you blend it out, then it gives you a little bit more coverage than blending it immediately because it shears out and it doesn't give you much coverage. And now that the concealer is dried up, I'm going to be using a concealer brush. I believe this is from Laura Geller. I'm going to use it to very lightly blend everything out. You don't want to blend too much of your concealer too because you don't want the brush to absorb it. You want to maintain the coverage, so I'm going to very lightly blend it out, especially in the edges. And with the residue that's left on the brush, I'm also going to use it on my eyelids to even out the base. She pretty much gets done with her base makeup before she does the next step in highlighting. So I'm going to get done with blush. This is the Say blush in the shade Spicy. I like to kind of apply it on the highest points of my cheekbones and blend it out so it gives you a more lifted effect. And then using a translucent powder, this one's from One Size, I'm going to very lightly set only in areas where I use the concealer, where I might feel like either it'll move or it might crease or settle in the fine lines, or where I might sweat a lot. So only in those areas I'm going to dust just a tad bit of powder till the concealer sets. Next, it's time to get done with the brows, and for that I'm going to be using a brow pencil. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is an ultra slim precision brow pencil. I love those slender tips. It's so easy to draw those hair-like strokes. And I'm going to be using the shade Medium Brown, because this is such a natural look and it's so delicate. I don't want to overfill my brows, and she didn't either. She has very thick brows. I have very thick brows, so I don't need too much. I'm only going to fill in the sparse areas and give my brows a little bit of shape. If anyone wants to refer to her video, I'm going to link it in the description box right below this video, so do check that out. This is a retractable pencil, so it's very convenient. You don't need to use a sharpener to sharpen the tip. It's always sharp. And these type of slender tips are excellent in spot filling in areas where the brow hair is sparse by mimicking fine brow hair. It's very easy to draw those strokes. Her eye makeup was super simple. She just used a brown eyeshadow, and instead of a brown eyeshadow, I'm just going with a bronzer. I'm using the Milani bronzer here, and I'm going to link it in the description box below. I'm just going to give a wash of color to my lid space. And then using a smaller definer brush, I'm going to smudge the same eyeshadow in my lower lash line and smoke it out. And using a little bit more of the translucent powder, I'm going to use it to highlight my inner corners. Time to finish up with some mascara. First, I'm going to curl my lashes using the Say Lash Curler. She used the Charlotte Tilbury Push-Up Lashes Mascara, and I'm going to be using the same. And I can totally understand why she loves this mascara so much. It gives you the most natural lash lift. It doesn't clump your lashes. While it gives you the length, it looks very natural. It almost looks like you have a very thin, transparent mascara on that's giving you the length. So for a look like this, where you want to maintain that very natural looking, very summer-like glow, I think this mascara is perfect. I'm going to use a little bit in my lower lashes as well. And then I'm going to finish up with my lips, starting with a lip liner. This is the Lip Contour 2.0 by Huda Beauty, and this is in the shade Pinky Brown. I'm going to use it in my border and lightly shade it towards my lips, so when I use something else to fill in my lips, it's going to blend really well with the lip liner. And then to fill in my lips, I'm going to be using the Rem Beauty Plumping Lip Gloss in Scrunchy. And for the final step of her glow, she takes a little bit more of the highlighter and presses it in on the highest points. Now, while she has beautiful skin, I don't. I have a lot of texture. I suffered from acne as a teenager, so I do have those scar pits. It looks fabulous from front, but when I look to the side, it definitely accentuates my texture. Don't get me wrong, I love my texture. I love my true skin. I think it looks so much more fabulous than the filters people use and make it look more plasticky. That's not true skin. This is real skin, and I enjoy the texture on my skin. Everybody has texture, but that doesn't mean I would apply something else over it to accentuate it even more. So if I'm using a liquid highlighter, I'll probably use it underneath the powder and not on top of the powder. And then using the One Size setting spray, I'm going to set my face so everything is locked in. This tutorial is a great example of a technique that looks fabulous on someone else may not look the same on you. So always feel free to alter the technique according to your skin texture, your skin type, your skin tone, and what feels good. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As always, if you did, please don't forget to thumbs up. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Do check out the description box for all the good stuff, including links to all the products that I used, along with links to my social media in case you plan to follow me there. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye, guys.